Welcome to Psychology Refresh. Today, we're going to go over the 10 major differences between INFJ and INFP personality types. Make sure to watch each one of them because you will be surprised how different those personality types are. On the first look, the INFJ personality type might seem similar to the INFP personality for many reasons. This is mostly because, of the 16 personalities, INFJ consists of the introverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging characters, while the INFP personality has the introverted, intuitive, feeling, and prospecting characters. However, as you can see, they have different function stacks. This means that these types are very different from each other, and the judging/prospecting preference is not the only thing that doesn't match up. If you were ever confused if you are an INFJ personality type or an INFP personality type, this video will provide you an answer. Furthermore, knowing those differences will help you in your self-improvement journey and increase your social skills. Let's examine the difference between these two personality types. Here are 10 major differences between INFJ and INFP personality types. Number 1. Society's caregiver versus family's caregiver. INFJ's emotion function is focused outwards, which is another reason for their lack of strong preferences. As a result, what the group wants is usually more important to them than what they desire. When it comes to many decisions, INFJs usually defer to their friends or family since they cherish social peace above all else. INFJs are social chameleons, thanks to their extroverted feeling FE function. If they want to, they can talk to anyone, including strangers, and comprehend their issues. INFJs wish to help everyone in the world. Nobody wants to be left out. INFP's feeling function is directed inside. They are quite clear about what they enjoy eating and what they abhor. INFPs are more focused on themselves. They can, however, be accommodating to others, especially when they are among people they care about, such as friends and family. Furthermore, they can frequently come up with a variety of proposals that cater to their own tastes, while also addressing the requirements of individuals they care about, resulting in a win-win situation. INFPs, on the other hand, are picky about who they accept into their lives. They only tell their closest friends and family members about their own sentiments and views. They desire to devote their time, attention, and resources to individuals and causes that correspond with their personal values. Number 2. Understanding versus validation. Another significant difference between INFJs and INFPs is what they value. Nothing is more frustrating for an INFJ than not being able to comprehend the personal issue in front of them. Spectators may perceive them as T-oriented, despite the fact that their quest for understanding is motivated by internal sensations and intuition. Similarly, INFJs prefer that others fully comprehend them rather than necessarily agree with their viewpoints. INFPs are unique individuals. People who validate their thoughts and creative sensibility are preferred. The key here is acceptance. INFPs are more likely than INFJs to be harmed by individuals who don't accept them for who they are. Number 3. Nonfiction versus fiction. Nonfiction or analytical literature are frequently preferred by INFJs to read or write. Fictional stories are less likely to appeal to them than history books or philosophical articles. This is due to INFJ's proclivity for noticing and comprehending patterns in the world around them, which reflects their fascination with people and emotions. Broadview works are very appealing to these individuals. INFPs are more likely than INFJs to prefer writing or reading fiction. Characters with events in a tale can more easily mirror their personal experiences. Similarly, fictional stories usually delve deeper into the human condition than other literary works. If you're enjoying our content, please give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. Number 4. Passionate leader versus dedicated supporter. INFJs can be compelling leaders because their followers will believe in them and want to sign up, and they will have an evangelical devotion to the cause, giving people a crystal clear vision of what could be. Because their skills are working from the background and assisting others, using their insight and wisdom and lack of ego, the INFP will prefer a less prominent role. Number 5. Idealism versus flexibility. INFJs are strong humanitarians who are idealists who, because of their need for resolution and completion, are both doers and dreamers who shoulder a tremendous amount of responsibility. INFPs, who are flexible and impulsive, will require space and flexibility to work their way. They despise routine and crave a sense of belonging, and they will be devoted, hardworking, and productive if they can find it. Number 6. Extreme privacy versus moderate privacy. INFJs are very secretive, so even their closest friends and family members don't know everything about them. When they do, it's an honor and privilege unlike any other relationship they've ever had. In most circumstances, INFJs prefer to keep their personal life secret from the majority of people. INFJs also have a strong aversion to feeling vulnerable, which makes it difficult for them to open up to others. INFJs are perplexing to most people in their lives because of these traits, even if the connection is over a decade old. INFPs value their privacy and will not open up until they're comfortable with someone. They're uneasy around strangers and aren't exactly transparent. An INFP, on the other hand, will divulge a lot about themselves and form strong bonds once they meet somebody they trust. It's important about keeping real in these personal and caring connections, and INFPs aren't scared to express their thoughts and desires after they've established enough trust with a person. Number 7. Painless decision-making versus painful decision-making. INFJs are good decision makers, and their strong opinions, along with their analytical side, makes it much simpler to commit to a decision. INFJs evaluate the benefits and disadvantages for hours before making a decision and consider how their decision may affect others. Then, once they've made a decision, INFJs prefer to stick with it rather than reconsidering it after spending so much time analyzing their options. When faced with a decision, an INFP will be conflicted, putting too much importance on what they believe is correct. They can get paralyzed by their fear of making the wrong decision. With all of this in mind, INFPs are prone to overlooking important details in favor of their goals and principles. INFPs dislike making decisions and will put off making them. Number 8. Absorbing emotions versus mirroring emotions. INFJs have a tendency to absorb and intensify the emotions of others while conversing with people and dealing with other emotional signals. If you tell an INFJ a tragic story, the sadness they feel is likely to be virtually as strong as yours. However, the INFJ will communicate their feelings in their own unique way, which may not be the same as how you would express loss. When it comes to insignificant events, the INFP will address emotions through reflection. If a decision needs to be made, an INFP will place themselves in several situations to determine which course of action should be pursued. To comprehend what another person is going through, they only need to put themselves in their shoes. Number 9. Eliminating the anger versus suppressing the anger. The INFJ personality dislikes expressing anger, but when they do, they are more inclined to cope with it discreetly. They are concerned not just that their anger is unjustified, but also that their anger will harm those around them. When it comes to the INFP, anger is rarely expressed. They, like the INFJ, do their best to avoid conflict, but if it does arise, they will most likely react because they believe an honest injustice has occurred. Unlike the INFJ, they may lash out in extreme situations, but it is rarely a full-fledged brawl. Number 10. Introverted intuition versus introverted feeling. Introverted intuition is the fundamental process for the INFJ personality. Internal intuition causes this personality type to collect huge amounts of data, which is subsequently processed into impressions, which the INFJ interprets as facts. Introverted feeling, on the other hand, is the fundamental mechanism for the INFP personality. This indicates that INFPs make decisions based on how they would like to be treated if they were in that situation. Essentially, this personality is very receptive to others and values genuineness. This is one of the biggest differences between INFJs and INFPs. These videos will be really helpful for you.